If you're a teenager, if you're 13, 14, 15, 16, etc., and you want to make $1 million, stay tuned. I'm about to walk you through the steps, if I had that time back, that I would take to get to making my first million. Hi, my name is Deepak Shukla. I am a multi-7-figure business owner living remotely in Italy with my wife, and today I'm here to talk to you about all of the things that I would do if I was a teenager to make that elusive first $1 million. So the first thing, and it's going to sound potentially stupid simple, but the power of ultimately saving. So saving and putting it into an investment fund. So if you're a teenager and you're either getting some form of pocket money, £5, $5, 5 rupees, €5 per week, per day, per hour, depending upon how you're generating an income, which we'll also come to, then why not put that into a ultimately index linked investment fund? So the S&P 500, there's various investment funds that have got proven historical track records over time and history, and you can put money into these trackers and they can earn anything from 2 to 10% a year. And the compound power of saving and putting it into an interest savings account, and to be honest with you, if putting it into an investment fund in the beginning seems ultimately a step too far, then begin by just putting it into a junior savings account where you'll get probably something between 0.5 to 1.5 interest, which when it's adjusted for inflation probably is almost neutral. But it's about developing the habit, and that's the most important thing that you actually want to develop: the power of developing the habit of saving, So you earn some, save some, then spend some. That should be the order in which you build any income that you generate or any money that you're giving. You earn or you get some, you save some, you spend some. You earn or you get some, you save some, and then you spend some. Never deviate from that space, okay? There's lots of literature to support it, so just start saving early, and that's going to be one of the biggest things that you can do when it comes to fundamentally your actual growth. So saving was point number 1. Now we're going to point number 2, which is learning to budget. Okay, one of the other classic challenges that we don't learn or really understand when we're young, also when we're adults, because I've made the same mistake multiple times, is spending more than you earn. Now that seems counterintuitive, right? But think about it. When you're earning a consistent income, can, after everything's said and done, you can spend more ultimately than you earn, or you can spend so much that you're unable to save. So that's why you should always save first and then spend after. But in any event, learn the power of basic budgeting. How much am I earning? What are my rough expenses? How much money is left over? So building financial literacy, which comes with understanding the basics about budgets, and it's not about having any advanced accounting degree, any advanced understanding of spreadsheets or mathematics. It's quite simple. If you have £10 per week and you fundamentally need to spend that money on some things, maybe it's books for school, maybe it's your afternoon snack, maybe it's buying something that you'd like to do for your younger sister or younger brother, then that would be your required spend. So you've got your required spend and then you've got your optional spends. So once you've got those two, compare it with the amount of money that you bring in and then what's left over after that, okay? And also what you need to calibrate in an environment where your income or the money that comes in is dynamic, or your costs are dynamic, is that you need to make continuous adjustments based upon fluctuations in spend or fluctuations in income. So a fluctuation in spend might be December. It's Christmas. I need to spend more money to buy some presents. Or a fluctuation might be, it's an additional job that I've got for housework, so therefore I've got more things that I would ultimately need to do, which means, let's see if I can get the camera back. Is it going to fix itself? No, it isn't, but I'll continue anyway. There might be more things than that I need to do, which means that there's more things that I can ultimately earn as an income, and therefore I have more to work with. So understanding the power of budgeting and building budgets is really, really important, and that's point number 2. So point number 3 in your journey of becoming a millionaire as a teenager is ultimately investing wisely, okay? So when it comes to investments, fundamentally, there's different things that you can invest in. As I said, there's the S&P 500, there's investment bonds, there's mutual stocks. So learn the basics of investing, look up investments that have proven to deliver returns over time. And I'm talking 20, 30, 40 years. And those tend to be the things that you should really consider investing in, okay? Anything that stood the test of time tends to be a good investment, okay? Because it has weathered all of the storms. And this is not about becoming a millionaire overnight, but it's about becoming a millionaire in the future. So learning where you should invest the money that you save, and it can begin with putting it into a piggy, putting it into a bank account, and then moving it into a ISA, and then considering, well, how early can I start a pension, and then looking at, well, what are stocks that I should invest in? So building your investment literacy after you build your financial or your budgeting literacy is a really sensible way to go. So saving literacy first, budgeting literacy after, investing literacy third. That can tend to be the hierarchy that will always keep you safe. I wish I had done this when I was younger, but it's really a sensible way to go. So investing wisely is the next thing that's third on the ultimately becoming a millionaire ladder. Number 4 in our 7 strategies to become a millionaire as a teenager is investing in education and skills, okay? So if I think about my history, I ultimately made more money between the ages of 33 to 35 than I did for the rest of my entire career, because I spent the ages from 30 to 33 really focusing upon my education, my digital education, and my digital skills. Now imagine if I'd done that when I was 13 years old. There are so many digital trades that you can learn that exist out there. There are many, many trades, and there are many opportunities as a consequence of learning those trades to generate an income, whether it's search engine optimization, whether it's running ad campaigns, whether it's web development, whether it's ultimately design, whether it's copywriting, whether it's something else entirely. But investing in your education and investing in your skills to then become useful in the marketplace, especially in this world that's changing and becoming remote, detached, and digital so quickly, is a fantastic way to invest your time and energy outside of anything you're learning from an education perspective. So investing in your education, investing in your skills. I talk about YouTube University, all of the tutorials and instructions and fantastic advice that exists out there online outside of anything that's paid is really an incredible way to ensure that you've got a skill set that adds value and generates impact in the marketplace. So invest in your education and skills as quickly as you can, and skills that you can derive an income from, looking then at digital, looking at development, looking at AI, looking at your communication skills, looking at the ability to record effective videos, edit videos for the YouTube, TikTok, and other media platforms of the world. These are excellent skills to build that will only contribute to your journey in becoming a millionaire. So you've now started saving, bucket number 1. You have ultimately learnt the power of budgeting since you've started saving, number 2. You are learning about the power of investments, which is bucket number 3. Then you've gone on and you've started to invest in your education and skills, which is bucket number 4. Why not now, number 5, start a business, okay? I have a business in Pearl Lemon and with marketing for Pearl Lemon that I can carry with me for the next decades to come. Digital skills will keep me employed, will keep me having an income for the rest of my career. So imagine the power of starting a company now, and the power that that company could have not only just in 6 months or in 1 year, but in 5 years and 10 years from now. So there's no reason, there's nothing to stop you on the basis of the investment you've made in your education and skills into starting a business, okay? I've got friends who start their business as they learn and they grow and they develop their skills. And that then ultimately contributes to the benefit of the business, because the value you can drive over weeks, months, years, and decades if you focus on one area is absolutely incredible. So the business could be ultimately anything that you have a passion as well as a skill in that you can charge for. Okay, so the scope is wide, but starting a business early and being committed to that business early can lead to incredible incomes down the line. And I would only have wished that I started the business that I've stuck with and that I'm sticking with now, Pearl Lemon, back when I was a teenager, when I was just getting involved and interested in the world of generating an income. So that is bucket number 5, start your business. Bucket number 6 is using technology to your advantage. Okay, so we live in a digital world. So are you using the latest apps? Are you using the latest tools? Are you using the latest skills that you can acquire that can accelerate your growth? Building a website in hard coding? Well, there's actual template builders. There's now AI builders that can spin out websites with a couple of prompts. There's probably going to be things that are even better than that right now. There's always now, in this world that's ever evolving, going to be different ways or superior ways or quicker ways to get the same thing done more effectively than there was even yesterday in many degrees. So use technology and use all of the tools that exist online to your advantage. One of the ways that we have been able to create a differential ultimately return in the marketplace is our ability to use the tools that already exist to accelerate our actual client relationship management, our client experiences, their return on investment in the marketplace at Pearl Lemon. We're using at the moment ChatGPT-4, we're using Gemini. There's going to be other tools that are open and accessible to you. Get to know those tools, get to know keyboard shortcuts, get to have the fastest laptop on the market, get to ensure that you're using the right cameras, the right equipment, the right setup, and you'll see how much it does to accelerate the starting of the business, the development of your skills, the value that you can create in the marketplace, and then what that means in terms of saving, investing, generating cash flow, and getting to that millionaire goal that you want to. And point number 7 in the journey to becoming a millionaire as a teenager is developing emotional resilience. It's so important. You are going to face unexpected hurdles, expected hurdles, challenges, tribulations, trials, upset, hurt, disappointment on a month to month, on a week to week, on a day to day, on an hour to hour basis. The journey to becoming the millionaire as a teenager, before you finish exiting your teens at 19, it's going to be harder than you think. Okay, it is going to be much harder than you think. There are people that you'll see online that make it look easy, but you don't see all of the hard work, or in some cases you do, but even all of the hard work is never truly documented online. So as digital as everything is, there is so much work that's attached to becoming and getting to that place of being a millionaire. It's been the hardest journey that I've been on. It's an incredibly difficult journey. So building mental strength and building toughness can come from investing in your education, by reading about emotional resilience, by reading about building mental toughness, by going through that journey and experiencing the setbacks and the disappointments. But regardless of that, stay committed to the path, because as we discussed, if you, number 1, save, if you, number 2, budget, if you, number 3, invest, if you, number 4, learn with education and skills, and then you, number 5, start a business, and then number 6, use technology to your advantage, and number 7, marry that with emotional resilience, your journey to become a millionaire as a teenager could just happen.